So in this contraption, I'm going to be discussing something that I haven't actually been open about, my music, some of the things that inspired them. So sit back and enjoy. Thanks.
Moon rings in my eyes and they swipe left. Can't see you because
So yeah, everything basically started when I was in secondary school. I had my best friend at that time, Bola, and a couple of my other friends, Ebenezer, and we used to make music on Fruity Loops. And well, at one point, I don't know when I decided to, branch into hip hop because we started with alternative rock music at that time, but we graduated into hip hop, and then, I started making hip hop. I started rapping, and I made a couple of songs. And when I got to university, I started releasing low key self published albums.
can't see you because the pain is a mindset. Let's talk chit chat like the riff raff, silly hit my line all round like a Kit Kat. Sad
Okay, well, I think my first what's it called project was I'm everything but a rapper. I remember that time doing freestyles of beats on SoundCloud and other beats that Hamza Mayaki had. So we used to, me, him, and Mahir, we used to rap back in the hostels in Blessed. So there was a couple of times I'd record on my brother's stereo, and the compilation I just basically compiled it, and I was just trying to like think about what name I could give it, and it just ended up being I am everything but a rapper because I think yeah, it was because I was into Travis Scott around that time, so it was like I am everything but a rapper. At least I got 20 loud riders on my dresser. Yeah, something along that line. So I just felt like, you know what? Okay, I'm everything but a rapper.
man writes soft on a rampage. Make a man go off while I'm on stage. Hunting, hunting when they ran things. Say the wrong thing and I swear I live in panting. Black pills to my eyes.
Well, Hrothgar EP was basically the first time I actually calmed down and started going into. And there was this thing Hamza called the conscious rap, and I started writing rap songs, and it was just basically with no, common concept overhead. It was just me playing with beats, basically.
Gh'zali. God bless my Jew. On my side of the world, there are kings with no kingdoms. Gods made by God to guide us weaklings. There are priests with two crowns who make us pray up to their royalty. Every single day we have to pledge our fucking loyalty. 8 times till 8 goes on its round inside, and infinity comes when infinity visits infinitely. Decide to live by choice of races, not as slaves to a faith that doesn't show no faces. Shit. There is poison in our bellies, poison in our guts. Still be
Well, on Kings and Priests is actually it's more like a civil rights song, basically just fighting for the rights of the people. At that point, I was like, I think I was reading Da Vinci Code or something like that. All those anti-religious institution books, and I was feeling actually like most religious organizations actually have political power and they are misusing it. So I was just using on Kings and Priests to talk about it.
poison in our guts. The reality of tyranny does not believe in thoughts.
So yeah, for that gift, I was in a zone of vampirism. I was really into vampirism at that time. I was reading Anne Rice's Vampire Chronicles. I actually started it sometime in secondary school. I started with Interview with the Vampire, and I think around that time I was reading. Was it Armand or the Vampire Lestat? I can't remember which one, but it inspired this whole project.
Gh'zali. Even when the odds are even. I remember. I remember. It was back in Lizino Sounds. I was facing off with Armand. The coven had Nicky. I was there to get him out. I was there to set him free. Was there to set these children free into freedom, but their conscience wouldn't listen to me. They believed only God could save them from their prison of the devil. When the only prison they had was thinking they could get to heaven, or couldn't have the coven above all them grounds and stables. They didn't know their true powers was hidden in their bowels. To walk the holy church wouldn't earn them thunderbolts, not even thunderdomes. They weren't poltergeists who felt like living ghosts. They were vampires that ought to go and act it up and haunt the streets of Paris with the tales of crimson blood. Along came the Mad Queen.
Well, the Cathedral under Les Innocents is actually a scene from the book. I think I can't really remember which one. I think it was Armand, where the protagonist, well, technically he's the anti-hero. Lestat goes underground under one cemetery called Les Innocents in Paris, and he's going there to save his lover Nikki, who was actually his friend when he was human, and whom he made a vampire. I can't remember whether he made him a vampire at that point, but I was just assuming that I was Lestat in that situation, and I was going to save Nikki, but still I tried to free the rest of the vampires. I was just trying to paint a picture.
with poison in her veins, a rat's nest for hair as she made her madness rain, and made me see.
Okay, so after Dark Gift, it's the worst kind of pain I know is the next coordinated, organized, and themed piece I did. It was basically it was focusing on a couple of life problems I had at that point in time. I had actually been releasing other like on the key EPs that actually dealt with some of the things I was dealing with in my mental health and in my family and stuff like that. So I released this worst kind of pain I know in 2018. I think Dark Gift was 2017 and Rothgard 2 was 2017. So it's the worst kind of pain I know is 2018. And here I discussed things that were affecting me, emotionally, majorly emotionally, because I didn't really have anything wrong with me physically, but emotionally on my family side, my love life, my friends, and just general things.
Even as he went odds even. Praise to the most high wherever he is. Mom, it's hard to hear, but I am suicidal. I say it's in the blood, but Adam didn't write the Bible. I don't know why I'm living, try so hard to find it. If I could find a reason, maybe I feel like a person. I'm hurting and it's deep, cause of all the secrets that I keep. I would say I'm live, but I'm asleep. You told me to pray to God, but mom, I know my faith is weak. It's hard to find his mercies when your conscience is a thief. I'm a fool, yes, I know my body chases after women. I can't find love, instead I curse it with these women. My spirits are swimming low, you see I drain to keep them up. The drugs are working fine until I nearly overdose. I'm working like the dead with these shackles on my wrist, snakes up in my vest. I can never rest, I will not confess.
Perhaps for me, it was my turning point. At that time, I had come to terms with the fact that I tried to commit suicide at one point. It was, I think, after finished writing my book, Bipolar Cases, that I wrote Webs. So it was basically just me addressing my mom that I'm sorry for these thoughts that I've been having, and although the solutions I've been trying to give to them to give to it before is actually not working, I would try to work my best, and if my best wasn't enough, then so be it. That was just basically what Webs was about.
You will never know, but I'm next. Rope around my neck, stumped up in my death, falling to my death. Let me be in my space, I need inner peace, mama.
So my last project, my Echo in Dark Reflections, is basically where I take production a bit seriously. I tried using new styles in my sound production and everything. Concerning the content, it was basically affecting just an extension of it's the worst kind of pain I know, but we I'm having some resolutions on some certain issues in echo in dark reflection. There were some issues I was having with my brother, but I had resolved. Funny enough, when I actually wrote that song, I cried and I just resolved all those issues in my head. There were just a couple of songs. I had just recently broken up with my girlfriend at that point in time, so the first song, the first actual track in it, no, the second actual track, actually, to all the girls I've loved before. It's written with that, in mind. To all the girls I loved before is actually one of the mainstays of the album. It was released in 2019. I think that's just it. Yeah. They say the road to hell is paved with good intentions. Feel like it's the truth, cause if it isn't, then whose name is written in those tears that slip away and stain your face? You see, my heart carries a bruise for all the time I gave you pain. Look, ash to bone, you're not alone, I feel it too. On those nights when the wind blows from a lucid moon, it wasn't hard if I told myself I was not for you. You find your love in the heartaches that I gave to you. I see your photos and it's hard for me to keep them. I close my heart to emotions cause I'm scared I will not find it. Well, to all the girls I've loved before is basically an ode to all the girls I've actually loved before. Like the girls I've actually loved. It was a song I wrote for three women actually. I wrote it for Mina, my first love. I wrote it for Ife, my second love, and for someone else's identity I would like to keep on the low for now. So yeah, it was actually basically a song just about me realizing my faults as a partner and low key apologizing for it while still, playing blame games with myself and my imaginary lover. So to all the girls I've loved before is just that. Yeah. Looking deep inside my shell, I know these feelings never lived here. I keep my love in coffins, ain't no wonder you don't sleep here. My name is Adnan Ghazali, and this is the motherfucking interview in my head. There is broken horses upon this hill. Ash to bone, I have buried you, so just please forget me. Ash to bone, I'm still alone, I am yours to kill. Ash to bone, I'm still alone, I can't love no more. Ash to bone, there's three girls in this broken song.